Hey friends, Ash here with Gents, coming at you guys with a fragrance review today. Yeah, got a hat on again. Hair is getting a little bit unruly, getting a little bit long. The place where I would usually get my hair cut at is currently closed. So maybe I'll just grow my hair out and put it in a ponytail from now on, but probably not. Today we're gonna be taking a look at this fragrance from Bond number 9. It is http www.bondnumber9.com. It's kind of a weird name. Some people just call it bondnumber9.com. Some people call it www.bondnumber9.com. Whatever. This one gets compared to a very famous, very popular Creed fragrance, and of course I'm talking about Royal Mayfair. No, Creed Aventus, of course. So this right here, bondnumber9.com, is basically Bond's version of Creed Aventus, and lots of niche houses out there do have their versions of Creed Aventus. It's not just Bond number 9 that has gone down this path. Actually, when you really break it down, it seems like almost 50% of niche houses out there have something that is their take on the Aventus DNA. So in this video, we're gonna go over the presentation. I'm gonna break this fragrance down for you guys a little bit, let you know how it comes across, let you know whether or not this is something you should check out or not, and let you know how it compares to Creed Aventus. So let's jump into this. First off, let's take a look at the presentation. This one I actually bought at full retail from Bond's website. Yeah, when I bought this fragrance, it really wasn't available at discounters. So if you wanted this one, you had to order it online and pay retail, which is what I did. Nowadays though, readily available at discounters, so go me. Like all Bond fragrances, it comes with a little plastic slip cover. Nothing of note there. Then you have the box, and this little code right here, I believe if you scan it, actually takes you to Bond's website. Oh boy. And here is a closer look at that box. Not too much doing on the back other than this little sticker here and a barcode. When you open the box up, it has this little cutout for the bottle to sit down inside of, and that's actually just a hollow cardboard cutout right there. And then inside of the box, you'll have this little postcard that you can fill out and send off to Bond, and then they send you a bunch of junk mail. And here is the bottle. Same design as the box, nothing on the back, your sticker on the bottom. And I'll go ahead and waste a couple sprays for you guys here so you can see how the atomizer is. There we go. Like I was saying, these postcards, these are basically worthless. It says on here that if you send this into Bond, you'll be the very first to receive free samples of our newest scents even before they officially debut. You'll also get scent surprises that will be mailed to you on a regular basis. That does not happen. I filled this out, actually a bunch of them, and sent them off years ago. Yeah, probably 6-7 years ago now. And guess what I got? Absolutely nothing but junk mail. That's it. Junk mail. I've never received a single sample, not once. Not even one bonbon has come my way. No free samples. And it also says scent surprises. Never got those either. About the best thing I've ever gotten from them is a card that they'll send in the mail where they say, hey, we're having a Bond number 9 refill event. It's pointless. Don't do it. They're just getting your address and your email. That way they can spam you to death. But I mean, that really doesn't have any effect on the fragrance, so let's talk about that. Okay, bondnumber9.com opens up like a fruity Aventus. Yes, it does have a definite similarity to Aventus. You pick it up right away. When you spray it on, give it a smell. If you're familiar with Aventus, you're gonna be like, yep, that's definitely what they were going for. Now, Bond number 9 also has the scent of peace for Helm, and that one sometimes gets compared to Aventus, but this one is actually much, much, much closer to the smell of Creed's Aventus than the scent of peace for Helm is. This one opens up fruity, juicy, and bright. There's a lot going on fruit-wise in the opening. You've got pineapple, you've got bergamot, you've got apple, and you've got black currant, all right there in the opening. You can pick them all up right away. There's also juniper that I can pick up in here right away. So that adds this little bit of briskness to all of those fruity notes. Now, the pineapple in here, to me, does come across a little more like bergamot, but that makes sense because the pineapple accords that you smell in most all fragrances actually come from bergamot, but still smells awesome. The pineapple accord in here is very well done. I like it a lot. There's also a light woodiness in the opening of the fragrance, so that's going to give you this little masculine touch, and that's going to be coming from cedar. And the black currant in here, that's going to give you that kind of tardy little punch, that little bit of, you know, sour fruitiness that you get from Aventus. That is in here as well. One thing with bondnumber9.com is there is no smokiness. So it does not have any of the birch that Aventus does. It's not here. Not a zip, zilch, zero, no smokiness. So if you're the type of person that likes Creed Aventus for its smokier aspects or the smokier batches of Creed's Aventus, you may not like this fragrance because it does not have any of that at all. The birch is replaced by cedar, and there's also no ambergris note in bondnumber9.com. That one kind of replaced by juniper. Some of the other notes that you'll find in Creed's Aventus you'll find in here as well, like oak moss, for example. But in bondnumber9.com, I really don't pick that up. As it heads through the mid, this one becomes more centered on musk as a base note. So through the mid, you're still going to get a lot of the fruity sweetness that you get from the opening in bondnumber9.com, and you get musk settling in underneath that. It becomes the dominant or most obvious base note. It's got kind of a fuzzy cleanliness to it. It smells really appealing, not too heavy at all. And then once you hit the far dry down, I'm talking, 3+ hours in, most of that fruity sweetness has faded away. There's a little bit residual sweetness there, but that's probably coming from the amber in the base of the scent, more so than it is the fruits in the opening. And then the musk is the last thing that ends up on my skin. It's the last thing to die away, rather. I never really pick up any oak moss in bondnumber9.com, and the patchouli that's in here is not earthy or dirty or pungent or powerful. So if you just completely missed it and you said, oh, I don't get patchouli here at all, I wouldn't fault you, because when I do pick up the patchouli, it's just little touches of it. Bondnumber9.com is very obviously Bond's take on the Creed Aventus DNA, but they've tried to focus more on the fruity aspects, the sweet aspects of Aventus. So you've got that fruity sweetness in the opening through the mid. That's the main part of the fragrance that you're going to remember. And then you've got musk laying down the base for the fragrance. Instead of going for those heavier woody notes, you also don't have any floral aspects in bondnumber9.com, whereas you will find that in Aventus, and you don't have that vanilla in bondnumber9.com like you do in Aventus. Instead, in bondnumber9.com, it is amber, but the amber is not super heavy, super prominent. Now let's talk about performance in bondnumber9.com. For me, well above average, but one thing that's weird with this fragrance is it seems like people are split on this. You've got half the people saying it's a based fragrance, it fills up the room, it chokes people out, it lasts 48 hours. They don't actually say that long, but you get the idea. And then the other half says, oh, it lasts 10 minutes and then it's gone. It's so weak. For me, 8+ hours, no issues whatsoever with longevity, closer to 10+ hours. And I think that it could be people going anosmic to it, nose blind possibly, especially if you're hitting yourself with some sprays up here on the neck, going pretty heavy. You're going to go nose blind to it. You're going to think it's not there, and then you're going to choke out small children that you walk by. And then projection is going to be above average for me as well. Solid for 2+ hours. So I'm talking arm's length in all directions from a standstill. It is the type of fragrance where you could potentially choke people out, as I just said, if you go heavy with the atomizer. So for me, well above average performance, thumbs up. And that could be a good thing for some of you guys out there if you are the type of person that thinks that newer batches of Aventus are weak. Your newer, fruitier batches of Aventus, something like this is going to give you a very similar feel to those fruity batches of Aventus, although it does go kind of a separate direction as it begins to dry down. But it's going to have that good performance, and we all like that good performance. In terms of seasons, for me, going to be more spring and summer scent. It's going to be more of a daytime scent, though you can very easily wear it during the night. And it's the type of fragrance, because of that performance, that you could wear it in winter or fall if you wanted to. It has that versatility, just like the fragrance that it's lifting ideas from. Now, price-wise, this goes retail for $260 for this size bottle, 100 milliliters. The 50 ml size goes for $150, so it's $110 off if you get half the amount of fragrance. But now this has popped up at discounters. Actually, it popped up at discounters a while ago. It's not like it just popped up yesterday. At discounters, this is a rough kind of estimate, but I believe it's about 115 bucks for a 50 ml size, and it can range up to the $140, $150 range for this size 100 mils. Obviously, the price can fluctuate. The price can be different depending on which discounter you're shopping at, Fragrance Net, Fragrance X, Max Aroma, Fragrance Buy, whatever. But you should be able to get it in that range, you know, mid 100s and below. I don't suggest paying retail for this like I did, especially with it readily available now at discounters. At the price it's going for, you know, 140 bucks for 100 mils, 150 bucks or 115 if you wanted to save a little bit of money and get a lot less fragrance. Not a bad price. The quality here is pretty good. It's actually one of the nicer Bond No. 9s that I have, and I've got a bunch of them. Some Bond No. 9 fragrances are just really grating, screechy, synthetic. They don't really smell all that well, and they kind of fall apart as they dry down. This one, though, really nice. Does it smell as natural as Creed Aventus to my nose? No, not really. But does it smell very, very appealing, very nice, versatile, compliment pulling with great performance? Yes to all of those. Big, big compliment pulling fragrance, just as much as Aventus, possibly even more, depending on what your batch of Aventus is like, because these are consistently very fruity and sweet. It's actually one of my favorite Bond No. 9 fragrances. It's not unique. Obviously, it looked at this and copied the homework and change some of the answers around, but that doesn't mean that it smells bad. It's really nice, and sometimes when I want an Aventus style fragrance with a little bit of a twist, I'll rock this one. All right, guys, that's gonna do it from me today for bondnumber9.com. If you smelled this fragrance, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. As always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. Stay safe out there, guys.